Okay, welcome back. And the next design issue we are going to discuss is the error control. Now, no matter what, there will be error which will happen. They might be unreliable channels or because of some or the other thing. Error is going to be introduced during transmission of data in a network. So all the layers need to come together on a certain error detection and error connection techniques with the help of which these errors can be minimized as far as possible. So this again is an important design issue where all the layers need to come to a common ground so that they can have a error detection and error correction system set up in the network so as to protect the data which is transferred. The next is the flow control. Again, this is also a very important design issue because when there is a communication happening, the sender might send continuously, unaware about the speed in which the receiver can accept. So, if the sender keeps sending and the receiver is unable to hold more number of packets, there might be a data loss. So the flow control design issue is basically used to make the sender and receiver communicate in such a way that there is no loss of data due to the flow or due to the speed of the data transfer. The next design issue is perhaps the most important, which is resource allocation. Now, obviously, there are many devices and many things connected in the network. So now the optimal use of the resources available is a must for the network to be working efficiently. So this issue needs to be addressed by all the layers so that all the devices or all the systems or all the layers are getting uh, enough resources to execute their tasks. Also, there should be minimal interference among the hosts and optimal usage of resources. So this is one of the important design issue which needs to be discussed uh, on networks or on layers so that optimal use is okay. Next is multiplexing and demultiplexing, we can say. Now, this is a very important feature, as we all know. Otherwise, what will happen is we would need to allocate a dedicated channel every time, and this will lead to a lot of resource wastage, and eventually, it will lead to a lesser number of users in the network. For example, if we are having one line which is used by one channel or one user, so what will happen is when the user is not using it, it is just idle. Whereas another user might or could have been used up over there. So it is basically next to impossible now to allocate a dedicated line for data to be transferred from sender to receiver. So multiplexing becomes very important so that the channel resources are being utilized efficiently. So that is another important issue to be discussed. Next is routing. So this is related, we can say, because there is multiplexing, we will be having multiple paths from sender to receiver. Now, choosing the optimal path is very important so that the cost is minimized and the data is received at the fastest if necessary. So, routing algorithms are there uh, in various layers to help with the design issue. The most, again, one of the very, very important issue is security. So, we already discussed this in reliability. If external factors come in and because of which it results in loss of important data or dropping of data packets, we need to take care of this because there might be eavesdropping. Some important data might maybe is being transferred and it gets corrupted or it gets lost or it gets copied. So we need to have certain security measures so that this can be avoided. So, well, this is all about the design issues of layers, and keeping in mind these design issues, we will be developing our network. Okay. So that's it for this video. And the first two videos makes the answer. It can be a 10-mark question for Mumbai University paper. The question can be discuss the design issues of layers in OSI model or discuss the design issues of networks, something like that. You can write down this answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this answer. I'll be forwarding you the notes on WhatsApp. So this can be taken as explanation, and the notes can be used for studying. So that's it. Thank you. Take care.